Okay, welcome back to Yerevan. Another day, another trip. I stayed up a little too late last night watching the Europa League final. Shout out Atalanta, Forza La Dea. I'm a little bit tired now, so I'm going to drink my coffee. See you again in a minute. Okay, after about 1 hour on the bus from Yerevan, we've arrived in the Pambak Mountains in the town of Tsaghkadzor, which I may be saying wrong. First we're going to have a look around a monastery, and then we're going to head further up into the mountains and have a ride on a little ski lift. Let's go and explore. Okay, as most of you know by now, I'm not very religious, so we'll just quickly appreciate the architecture from the outside, head on to the next stop. Let's go. And we're in the air. Normally this is a ski resort, but as it's nearly June, there ain't a lot of snow left. There might be some on top of the mountain, we'll soon find out. I'm going to swing the camera around now and we'll have a look at the scenic views en route. Let's go. As we're now in the air and seemingly safe, I'm going to tell you what happened when we took off from the bottom station. So we've got our bags, we had them on our stomachs, and the safety bar didn't close, so he was probably shouting the instructions, but he was shouting them in Russian because everyone thinks I'm Russian in Armenia for some reason. So we sat there clueless without the safety bar, about to come up here and risk it all for a moment. Thankfully I think we're safe now, fingers crossed. Now we're going to attempt to jump off because I don't know what we're supposed to do. They probably said it in Russian again, and we'll have a walk around, then we'll jump back on and go back down the hill. There is a bit of snow in the distance, but it doesn't look like there's any snow here, so you're safe from getting a snowball thrown at you for now. Well, the tour guide said it's a pretty popular ski resort, but most of it looks pretty abandoned, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So rather than a nice dramatic snow-filled piste, I guess you get some Soviet ski lodge content instead. And there's a big old scary dog behind me there, so it's time to f***ing run. Right, well, it's a bit anticlimactic, it's windy up here, and just to confirm, that dopey looking dog walking past wasn't the big scary Alsatian that chased me out of the abandoned ski lodge, so back down we go. despite being a little bit anticlimactic at the top, the best part was coming back down, as I'm sure you saw yourself. The views are absolutely stunning. Now, we're going to entertain ourselves by having some of our new favourite thing. Febby, get the fruit lavash out. Okay, if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, fruit lavash is an Armenian delicacy made from an assortment of fruits. We've got pomegranate and apricot at the minute. It's kind of smushed into a sausage when it's dried, and has walnuts and honey and stuff in it as well. It's really good. Just try it as soon as you get it. Now, by my own self-admission, today hasn't been the greatest tour ever yet, but next we head to Lake Sevan, the second largest high altitude lake on the planet. So hopefully things are going to pick up. Stick with us and we'll see you there. Well, we've arrived at Lake Sevan and had a little lunch, or we were served lunch, and I didn't eat it because it wasn't very good. So we gave it to the dog instead. Now we got a bit of climbing to do. Off we go. Now, if you're asking what else can go wrong on this trip, it might look like beautiful sunshine that side, but behind me over there it's raining, so maybe that's next. Million steps later, we've reached the top. There is a monastery up here, but let's be honest, we came up here for the view. Okay, while we're up here, before we get rained on, we might as well go and appreciate the architecture again. We'll have a quick wander around and hopefully the downpour holds off for a bit. The higher we go, the windier it gets, and also pretty cold, I'll be honest. I'm just tired of putting the coat on when the sun comes out, taking it off again when it gets chilly. Not the worst view in the world. Now we got to get back down to the lake, where we're apparently going for a boat ride. Whether or not that's still going to happen with the impending doom of that cloud over there, who knows. Okay, back down we go, and just for a change of scenery, we'll keep the wide angle lens on for a bit. It's nothing more than a bit of light drizzle, so everything's going to be okay, and we're still going on the boat trip. Fingers crossed. the boat trip, other than absolutely freezing.
Well, as I can see.
It's pretty cold. Well, we're back on dry land, and rather hilariously, it stopped raining, so we're going to kill some time now, get back on the bus, and I'll see you in Yerevan to sum up the day's activities, and we're going to eat some more fruit lavash. See you then. When in doubt, buy beer. Okay, so the first monastery, nice to look at. It really only took 5 minutes. There wasn't a whole lot to do there. The ski lift, some nice views, but again, not much to do once you get up onto the mountain, other than get chased by a dog. Lake Sevan is awesome, but we weren't blessed with the best weather. So, is this the worst day trip in Armenia, in our unfortunate experience? Well, you'll have to wait for the next video to see if anything calamitous happened there. Hit that subscribe button, give this one a like, and we'll see you in the next one.